Hello everyone, welcome to Halo Moon Tarot. This is your weekly reading for Gemini. How are you guys, Geminis? What's happening? Ooh, that's what's happening. Ooh, ego elimination. Somebody's ego's taking a hit here. But it's also sometimes very positive because it's someone who's going to have to let go of that ego. The vanishing mirror, yeah. Someone here's learned something. Maybe something about themselves, the hollow bone. So teachability. And we have repairing the veil, forgiveness. So it has to do with somebody wanting forgiveness. Their pride or ego may have gotten in the way. Yeah, but it's whether or not you can forgive someone. Because like I say, teachability, hollow bone, things that need to be learned here. We have a person diving into the task, definitely going deep into their emotions. This could have to do with work. This could be forgiving yourself, okay? Can I say letting go of your ego? If it comes to do with a job or something, you might have to learn something new and you don't really want to, and you need to dive into the task here. So take it how it resonates. Gemini. Yeah, the courage to step into life. So it has to do with someone's confidence, the perfect storm. See, this is what happens. This is something that happens the way it's meant to happen. So some of you, like I say, it's an energy of an opportunity here. Like I say, taking off the mask, having to learn something new. Your pride may be taking a hit because you're not getting something that you want here. Okay. So it's also an energy of forgiving yourself too, going deep. Yeah. Whatever it may be. I do see the will-o-wisp. This is discovering things. There's treasure beneath the shadow. So this is where everything gets exposed. So it's often something that the perfect storm, something happens for a reason. So it's somebody finding the courage to step into life, to take a different opportunity. Yeah, it may not pay as much money if it's, where your ego takes a hit. You felt you were prepared. You wanted something more, but you may have to learn something. But there's definitely something emotional too. It has to do with someone wanting forgiveness. Yeah, and we have the jeweled web. Now, this is also some of you learning something. I see all kinds of things happening for Geminis. The treasure beneath the shadows, learning something new. So it could be some of you building an online website, doing something on the web. It's about connecting. But it's also, like I say, the jeweled web is... there's some sort of treasure here. So even if your ego takes a hit, you don't get a job you want, a situation, something better is going to come along. Okay. So, but some of you, it's just a person wanting forgiveness. I can see it. Yeah. The benefactor of grace and generosity, the birth of something new. It could be new ideas, building a website, doing something online, some of you, and there's treasure underneath this. Yes, it's kind of like a starting over kind of energy is what I feel, having to learn something new. But I feel it's saying an energy of being open because there's abundance here. Okay, there's abundance. So however this pertains for you. Where's that deck? Here it is. Let's take a look here. Oh, look what come out. I barely can shuffle. Yeah, the shadow side. Someone's ego taking a hit. They're having to... See, the repairing the veil is also somebody's inner self here. Yeah, taking a look at the situation here. But, yeah, the shadow. Doing a little shadow work. The fear. It's a fear of not getting something you want, too. Yeah, we have a King of Cups. Ooh, someone's in their feelings. See, doing a little shadow work. It looks like there's a need for some kind of apology. Yeah? Someone's missing someone or longing for love. Yeah, this is somebody. It could be somebody here, something to do with childhood too, or someone needs to do a little shadow work here to heal that inner child. Often that is the energy, but some of you, there's an energy of someone who, repairing the veil. Someone missing you, longing for love, or they're just longing for love. It could be someone who's been crushing and they have to, they're dealing with something else. But I'm going to tell you that there's something new coming. Yeah, Two of Wands, someone at a crossroads time in their life. See the path where they've been. See, they're looking at the world. They're looking, it's time for change. Time to go down a new path. So, yeah, so this is definitely someone getting really in touch with their inner feelings and emotions here. The perfect storm. But this is something that's meant to be. It's like it had to happen. Okay, and we have a person who's single or just a person enjoying the fruits of their labor. Look at that. See, choosing a new path. So Some of you, it's a work situation, and it's like I say, you're facing that fear, like, oh no. It's kind of like starting over, right? When you're learning something new. But someone's learning something about themselves through a process here, regardless. And I do see a masculine learning something about themselves, going within. Yeah, you can see someone kind of just tempering their passions, emotions. Someone's learning to be patient, but it's about trying something different. Now, it's funny because I just seen a comment too, and this is funny because soon as this come up, it hit me, and I didn't reply. I don't reply to comments like that. Someone says you need to change your stories. These aren't my stories, okay? And these aren't stories I make up. These are your people's stories. Some people do the same thing over and over again. They pick the same kind of person because they're afraid to try something different, someone different than your usual type, because it often feels off when you connect with someone who's different. So that's what I feel is kind of happening with this energy right here. It's like that comment. These are not my stories. And yeah, they often sound the same, but this is because a lot of people keep doing the same thing. They're not learning their lessons. So you have to keep repeating them until you actually learn them. So, but you can see the birth of something new, someone trying something different, being open to somebody different, or trying something different when it comes to work too. So pretty interesting energy here. It's funny how that popped into my head. Yes, the need to cooperate and compromise, going down this path. See, this is someone who's obviously doesn't want to cooperate and compromise. Their ego's taken a hit, because somebody is making a choice to go down a different path, to be open to someone else. So this is someone coming in, I feel it's an apology. Someone's missing someone, longing for love. Or it's just somebody who, had a crush on a person and didn't take the opportunity, and they kind of blew it here. Yeah, you see, there it is. Someone planning, focusing a lot on their money. Stable. This is someone who's very meticulous, very detail oriented, but they're planning and preparing. See, this is somebody who is getting themselves ready. So it's telling the feminine, get ready. Okay, you probably know who this is. If you don't, it's a crush who kind of didn't act when they had the opportunity. And others of you, I definitely see work, needing to cooperate and compromise, to collaborate and work in a team, trying something different, a different kind of job. You will be enjoying the fruits of your labors, regardless. Okay? Now, sometimes things happen for a reason, because what it does is it forces you to go down a new path. It forces you to try something different. And I actually, like I say, some of you doing something online, building a website, trying something different. See, maybe even working in a team setting, collaborating with someone. So pretty interesting read here. And I feel this is actually really positive for someone here. Geminis, yeah, look at that. I do see someone apologizing, having to cooperate and compromise, but it's a person who feels often apprehensive. But here's another thing. This is also someone who makes excuses for themselves. They keep making excuses for themselves. So this is what's happening. It's where spirit puts somebody in this position where their ego takes a hit. But this is someone doing shadow work, having to face that fear. Okay? And apologize to somebody. But it's also someone needing to apologize to themselves. It's also about forgiving yourself, okay, and letting it go. Yeah, pretty interesting. This could be something to do with someone's childhood, Often people have scars from childhood. But there's definitely somebody learning something. But it's about being teachable. It's also teaching someone how you want to be treated. So I say apologizing. It's also, like I say, don't make up excuses for them. Okay? That's another thing. Don't make up excuses for somebody when they apologize. Let them apologize. Just be patient. I just see an Empress, somebody very kind, compassionate, forgiving. So don't make up and it's in making up excuses to your friends, your family, your father, yeah, but this is also a person who paints a picture of somebody, or they paint a picture of the situation, and they have this kind of idea. This is someone who has an idea of somebody, but things obviously don't work out well because, like I say, they came in with too much pride. So now this is someone being humbled. There's an energy of being humbled. Yeah, we can all use a little of that once in a while, right? Little ego sublimination. Look at that. Friends and family getting together. This is someone talking to people, getting the s'more to friends and family. But I do see a collaboration. Yeah, look at that. Some of you, it's just you've got new love coming in, whether you know this person or not, okay? It's likely a little different for everyone, but I see so much happiness and joy. The Empress, it's a birth of something new. So I see a feminine energy, someone who's open and ready for something new. So like I say, it could be a crush, you know, somebody different than your usual type. Like I say, it could be both people needing to let go of their egos and their pride. It's an energy of, you know, providing. See, provider, someone who's a provider. It's about providing something. Yeah. Tell me about this shadow work. Yeah, someone here is just doing some waiting. See, somebody here is just waiting, kind of looking out there. This is someone who kind of feels things are too late, that it may be too late. Yeah, you see, moving away to avoid a disaster. But I'll tell you, someone here has learned some valuable lessons. Often it's lessons about self, someone's inner self. That's what shadow work's all about. So let's have a look at the king. This is someone now coming in, humble. This is an energy of taking time to get to know someone. So like I say, maybe this is some of you waited for someone and maybe decided to move on here, but it's an energy of things calming down, moving into calmer water, someone making peace with their past, maybe their childhood, their father, you know. But it's a person who's emotionally mature now. I feel they've done that work. They've gone very deep within their feelings. Yeah, now we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now this could be yourself. You could be the King of Pentacles, masculine or feminine. Now this energy's here for a reason. This is someone grounding themselves, sitting down and looking at a situation. Someone's just taking their time. See, it's an energy of focusing on work. So there is something to do with work. See, this is two people who work very hard, enjoying the fruits of their labor, and all of a sudden the job comes to an end. And now someone's being told that they need to relocate. It may not pay as much, so it's about going down this path. That's why I feel it's often people have to take a different job, you know, and their ego takes a hit. It's somebody who is kind of expecting, see, feeling entitled, expecting a lot. So I feel somebody here was expecting, even in the love life, expecting something, feeling entitled, that, you know, could be someone who's a little full of themselves. We know the King of Cups sometimes can be that way, but I feel this is all the same person. So this is someone kind of reminiscing. So there's a little reminiscing here. So like I say, someone avoiding a disaster, just waiting. Yeah, see, we have the Empress energy, just waiting. So the Empress is just waiting, focusing on their house, their home, their money. So this person's definitely, like I say, this is often someone who kind of feels entitled. They just assume they're going to get what they want. They got this picture of how it's all going to play out, and then they don't get it. So now they're kind of forced into doing that shadow work, having to realize their worst fears. Someone's going to have to take off the mask here. Show their true self. Let's have a look at the Two of Wands. Why is this here? Yeah, see, it's an energy of avoiding conflict, confrontation, challenges. See, this is when you have to compete for a job or position when you haven't had to compete. You've always had this higher paid position. That's what I feel for someone. And now it's like now you have to move and relocate. Someone was waiting for a pay raise, assuming they're going to get a higher paid position, and they don't. And end up, you know, maybe thinking it's time to just move on. Yeah, you could do that too. But as far as look at teaching, someone's learning something. So, like I say, someone's learning something very valuable here. See, something I can tell you, the father. If you are attracted to people who are like your father, and you keep connecting with people who are, and you didn't get along with your father, or whatever it is, you know, it could be mommy issues, daddy issues. This is where it's time to look at that. Because if they didn't get along and then you find yourself with this person in the same situation, boy, there's so much going on here. Yeah. Like I say, but it's an energy of avoiding confrontation. Often people who have been hurt, maybe when they're young, and they bend over backwards to please somebody, and they do it to avoid confrontation. Why? Because often it's somebody who's been abused. So this is for somebody specific, okay? Whether it's the father, the mother, whatever the situation. There's mommy-daddy issues, I feel, here for some people. But others of you, it's a work situation, learning something new, new skills. You know, someone who feels entitled, you see. But, yeah. And it is someone who was expecting something, and then, you know, yeah. So there's definitely having to compete for a job, a position. Others of you, it has to do with this person. It has to do with a relationship. Yeah, it's two people being on the same page. See, it's an energy of making sure you're on the same page, that you understand each other. Two single people. See, I feel we got two people who are quite similar. You're very much the same, because I think you've got similar parents. You're going to understand each other. So now this is coming together because your mother-father issues, the way your family was, your history. So there's some sort of history, your histories. You're going to talk about that. Yeah. See, this is, like I say, this is, you know your worth and value, feminine Gemini. So if there was confrontation between mother and father, some issues there, and you find yourself connecting with people who are like your mother or your father, yeah, you might actually understand each other, especially if you have healed and you've released this. So there's definitely something happening with that. Yeah, both of you, see, something feels off different, but it's trying something different, but something here is actually just right. So it's an energy of making things right with your past. Okay, making peace with your past before you come forward. So, like I say, mother-father issues. But there's the opportunity. So it does look like there's something. It may not. The Empress, it looks like the Empress has already done that. The Feminine has already made peace with their past. Okay, this is someone who's ready to move forward. Now, there's been forgiveness, forgiving their mother, their father, the way they were raised. Okay, because it's often an energy between the two people. But of course, children often get caught up in it. So this is where I feel someone's actually dealing with some of that. Yeah, but this is often, this is someone people who bend over backwards to please somebody, and to avoid confrontation, is often somebody who's been abused, maybe even beaten. Okay, and I see that too, like abusive energy. So I feel there could be some obstacles and challenges between you and someone because of their history, but I actually feel like you'll understand each other and get each other. But it's an energy of making sure you're on the same page. You need to learn about each other's histories, I feel. And I feel as you do. I do see kindness, compassion, but I feel this is someone the feminine has already healed and moved on from all this. This person's still kind of in that energy. So they're looking at that too. So, yeah, this is somebody, they'll tell you the truth too, but you can see someone here very strict, very structured, a lot of discipline. Maybe a father who was like that. This person may be like that. So now this is someone who's trying to deal with this. Oh my goodness. And you may be unaware of this. If you are the feminine energy, okay, you may be unaware, but I do think you're going to talk about your histories. Okay, you're both single, you both take care of yourself, you're independent, but like I say, it's an energy of someone whose ego's taking a hit because they kind of maybe behave like their father, very strict, they come across as cold. So like I say, some of you, whether this situation serves you or not, like I say, because this is looking to me like making this life path choice decision. See the path someone's on. It's a person going very deep. This can be painful. It can be difficult. There's a lot of inner struggle. But it definitely has to do with this mother-father energy. Yeah, and I think this person's definitely, the way they conduct themselves is because of that. Yeah, so I do feel this is someone who kind of feels very sad. They feel like there's not a lot of hope. But it's only a 5. This is something that is going to be overcome with kindness, compassion. So it's up to you if you want to deal with this. But this is someone who's got that energy, yeah, where the father may have been abusive to the mother, very controlling, all these things, maybe even abusive. So, yeah. So like I say, if you've dealt with that as the feminine, you want to make sure you're on the same page. Always learn somebody's history and say how they conduct themselves and behave around their mother, their father, and see, because the children, teaching the children, you see, this is what it is. So yeah, but I feel I think you're going to get each other once this person heals. See, they're feeling a little beat up. They're looking back. It's rough. I feel this is someone who's had a very tough time in their love life because of this. And they know it too. They're looking back. They're reminiscing. So this could be someone coming in to apologize to you, and they're dealing with this at the same time, is what I kind of feel is happening. So let's have a look at Temperance. Yeah, see, someone very patient, kind, and compassionate. So somebody, it's forgiving. But like I say, there's this motherly kind of energy. But if you are somebody who's been through this yourself, where you've always avoided confrontation, so you bent over backwards to please your partners because you want to avoid that there's something wrong with that, right? I hope the viewers can see that, because what you're doing is you're giving this person everything they want, and you're not necessarily getting what you want. But I do feel this is something going to be overcome, because the sun's there, a fresh new start, an opportunity. And for some of you, this could be someone you've done this with. There may have been some kind of separation or distance between you. So it could be somebody who was avoiding you because of this. They needed to sort this out. So, or you avoided them, and it's hurt their ego because they kind of felt entitled. You see? Yeah, I'm telling you. But I see two people talking. See, it's in being patient, investing in each other. But you want to look before you invest in this. Again, like I say, this person needs to do that inner work. Okay, they need to focus on that shadow side. I feel the feminine has. This is someone very calm, very patient, but it's an energy of pulling back. If you feel something is off with this person, and you've dealt with this before, or they're like your father, because it has to do with someone who's your type. Okay, and you want to look at that. Like I say, but they're offering you this cup, so I'm hoping they'll tell you the truth too. This isn't somebody who's they're not narcissistic. Okay, they are not. They will speak truth. They are honest. They do have integrity. But like I say, there's going to be some things here you're going to learn here about this person. And I do see forgiveness, kindness, compassion. But whatever it is, make sure whatever this is done, it gets put in the past. It gets dealt with. Okay, if you feel like giving up, you see, and you're waiting for this person, like I say, you might want to have a look at what it is you're investing in and why. Yeah, see, a judgment, a decision. It's about releasing. This is a massive healing. I wouldn't doubt if someone's going through a bit of an awakening. And this is what often happens when people, their ego takes a massive hit. They feel entitled, like they think, they deserve to get more than they give. Or this, as someone who makes up excuses. Well, I kind of deserved it. This kind of thing. Yeah, so... But I feel it has to do with this person. And I do feel they'll speak truth. I do think they have integrity. And I do think they have good morals and values. But like I feel, maybe they have a bit of a temper, or they just kind of have a tendency to... it may have nothing to do with yourself. I feel they didn't get something they wanted. You were open to this. But like I say, I feel, you're kind of avoiding something here with this person. Or they've avoided you because of this. Yeah. But I do feel someone's going through an awakening, a massive healing, and releasing and getting ready for new. Yeah. So he's letting go of all this past history, but it's about forgiving yourself, for things you may have done since then, but forgiving your parents, okay, and letting it go. And allowing yourself to heal. So this could be a very healing connection, but don't make up excuses for someone. Okay, there's no excuse, and I think this person will speak truth. So I don't feel they've beat somebody, but I feel it's that mother father, and it may not be beating or physical. It's just someone who avoids confrontation and does whatever their partner wants because they don't want to fight and argue. So they get kind of someone who feels beat up. They feel beaten down. So if this person shows those signs, you might want to be careful of the decision you make. But I do, this is definitely a person. I do think this is someone who's, I don't really feel like, I feel like this is what they're dealing with. They may tell you too. And you may notice things about them that are similar. If you've done that inner work. If you had parents like that, if you didn't, this may not be for you. But I do see other stuff for people having to move and relocate. See, moving and relocating, being open to other options, jobs, trying something different. Some of you, your reading is very simple. So it's whether to invest in it, a contract or a negotiation, whether you should or shouldn't. But it's having a talk face to face with somebody. Yeah, like I say, so this reading's all about that entitlement energy, that ego. Yeah. So I do feel there is an opportunity. I do feel there's something new. I do see the support of friends or family, but getting to know this person's friends or family. So I feel this is always often on the outside. Everything looks wonderful, but like I say, there's likely things that you're going to need to know. This person's going to tell you a truth. Yeah, see, cooperating, compromise, compatibility. I feel this is someone who has a hard time finding someone compatible. I do feel they're it has to do with cooperating, compromising, going down this path, finding someone compatible. They feel like giving up. But they are someone who I do feel is quite strict, stringent, how they were raised. Yeah. So this is somebody here may have been a little bit cold to you and they weren't willing to cooperate and compromise. So if you didn't give them what they want, you'd rather be single. Yeah, they're more than likely going to come and apologize. But like I say, if somebody doesn't take responsibility for their actions, then you know, okay, that there could be issues. Because sometimes it's people, and I hate to say the narcissistic stuff, because a lot of times people come across, people blame, say, oh, they're narcissistic. Sometimes people just don't have the words to apologize. They just move on. Okay, it doesn't, everybody's not a narcissist, okay? So, because like I say, support from friends and family, somebody very high vibrational, very positive. So I do see someone as healing, and it's an energy of going down this path, but it's about cooperating, compromising. So if you find that you have somebody who makes excuses, okay, don't make up excuses for somebody either, for your friends and family. And that's what like there's something about that here. So, wow, I did not expect this. But yeah, they're offering a cup, fresh new start opportunity. Okay. So like I say, a little confusion, feeling a little confused, a little unsure, going deep before you make a decision. So it has to do with someone's deep emotional feelings. Somebody's got some wounds and they're healing. But this is likely why they haven't had a successful relationship because of this. So, like I say, the Empress is always open to talk, always open to communicate, Empress always uses kindness, compassion, but definitely don't, there's no excuse for, abuse or somebody who is absolutely unwilling to compromise or, cooperate in any way. So that's what I feel someone's learning to do. They're learning something. So I feel like you've taught somebody something here. Some of you, Gemini, maybe learning through you, but often we know the Queen of Cups is a person who bends over backwards to please, cooperates and compromises, and does try to avoid confrontation. But yeah, it's an energy of, trying something different. There is treasure under the shadows when this person heals. And this could be, like I say, I feel some of you already have gone through that awakening. You've already healed your childhood memories and wounds. You've made peace. So now this is someone who's doing that. Yeah, see, it's about harmony and balance between two people doing things right. So if someone doesn't come in right, they don't treat you right, I can see some of you don't put up with that. And I also feel we have a masculine who also doesn't. So, like I say, but I feel some of you have someone who's going through this. Okay? So I do see harmony and balance. I definitely see opportunity. I do see things possibly getting better. See things calming down. Things are getting better. So lessons are being learned. Yeah, you got an emperor, someone manifesting all the energies of the emperor. So it's an energy of somebody coming in right, making something right, but they need to apologize right. They can't ignore. Okay, no excuse. Don't let this person make up excuses. Okay, that's what I feel it's saying for the feminine. But I feel with the Empress energy, I feel like you already know this. Okay, could be just spirit reminding you. You often get, it's pay attention to the signs and the signals, right? Sometimes your spirit will give you little downloads and remind you, try something different, or it's about them trying something different. See, being kind, compassionate, caring, understanding, but always look out for yourself. Look out for number one. So, yeah, there's nothing wrong with talking to someone, and because there's treasure. See, it's an energy of discovering something underneath all this, the shadows, all this shadow work. That's what this is about. I feel it's both people. See, trying something different, preparing. It's about being prepared. This is someone trying to come in right. They're trying to be prepared. So I feel like you've got someone here. I don't know if you've been distanced with this person. You haven't seen them for a long time. Whatever the situation may be. But this is what's been going on behind the scenes. Yeah, ego sublimation. Yeah, see, they didn't see it coming. You likely rejected this person at some point here. I would imagine the feminine. See a masculine Gemini possibly. This is somebody who something happened to them when they were young, and they have a tendency to project onto other people. So, but they're working this through. I feel this is someone going to come your way. Yeah, you can see, thanks, but no thanks. See, they didn't see it coming. You rejected them. You see, that's what happened. This is what propelled somebody into that. So yeah, you probably know who it is. A lot of you are going to be like, oh, no, I'm not doing it. The narcissist. Listen to the reading, okay? Nothing wrong with talking. You can forgive somebody and then still let them go. You see? Forgiveness. It's always, you can't, even yourself, you can't be completely healed until you learn to forgive people. It doesn't mean you have to accept them back. But it is often closure. Some of you could get some closure here. Okay? So, yeah. But I feel it's somebody else maybe wanting to make something right and apologize so they can maybe just move on to something else. But I wouldn't be surprised if this Emperor and Empress are coming together here. Yeah. And it could be anything, whatever, has happened. But it's telling you to be wise, to speak your truth. Okay? Don't be afraid to speak your mind. See, this is someone who doesn't speak their mind. That Queen of Swords didn't come out because we have someone who's strict, rules. It's my way, the highway. They want the other person, please me, do what I tell you to do. Very stringent and often very cold. So if you recognize this with this person, pull back. I feel it's already happened. I feel like you've already rejected this person. Thank you, but no thank you. And now this propelled them into this. Crazy. I did not expect this reading. But yeah, see, this is someone who's growing up, leveling up. But it's telling you to be wise, to speak your mind, to speak your truth. It's an energy of two people being honest, sharing your innermost selves, your innermost fears. See, it's hard to share some of that, Sometimes people they give up on relationships. They give up very soon because they don't want to let anybody in. So there's the Tower, some kind of shock surprise. At this person. They're going to come in and talk to you. Look at that. See, confusion, illusion, but now we have this romantic energy. Somebody's gone very deep within their feelings. See, it's a person who's been feeling confused, or you felt confused about it. But there's definitely some romantic. I feel there's another story happening here. Yeah, it's an energy of two people connecting, talking. This is what the Three of Pentacles is about. People who cooperate, they lift each other up. They don't tear each other down. So if you have an argument or fight, you don't call names, you don't say horrible things, or you don't bring up somebody's past, their history, their childhood, or you don't involve, like I say, this is what it's all about. Once you deal with it, you leave it in the past and you don't bring it up again. Okay, only if it's dealt with completely, because this is two people who work together. They build each other up. They don't tear each other down. Some of you were raised in these situations, so you've got wounds that need to heal. And I see an Empress, a feminine. Now you could be the feminine watching this, or the masculine. It's really, there it is, Gemini. See? Somebody who keeps everything to themselves because they need to do their shadow work. They don't share their inner self. But this is two people speaking truth, sharing their inner selves, having that very deep emotional conversation. I wouldn't be surprised if some of you have someone who feels comfortable to talk to you, because This is what that Queen of Pentacles energy is. Someone who feels comfortable, makes someone comfortable to tell them anything. And you keep it to yourself. You don't tell anybody. Some of you might know some things about someone that nobody else does. But yeah, interesting. And there we have trying something different. Tempering the passions, tempering the emotions. Just being calm. Communicating calmly. See, putting all the cups on the table. Happy home, happy life. It's very possible some of you are going to overcome these situations. We have an Emperor and Empress, mastering life, mastering, dealing with childhood issues. I also see blended families, which is really, really difficult, coming together, families coming together. And then there's jealousy and chaos, right? So, there's a lot going on. But this person's planning, preparing. They prepared themselves financially. So they're getting ready. And they are feeling confident. They feel this pull, this attraction. They feel this pull to you. But they are definitely taming the beast within themselves. They're definitely stronger, more confident. So interesting. Yeah. See, morals, values, lifestyle. See, teaching. They've learned something. This is about teaching. When you meet someone and you teach people right away how you want to be treated. That's what it's all about, but in a kind and compassionate way, because you're not going to get anywhere. If this is someone who's used to being confronted, they've had someone who yelled and screamed or cut them down and said horrible things to them, and you react to that way, the same thing's going to keep happening, you see? So it's trying different things, learning new skills. Crazy reading. Yeah, see, investing, being patient, letting someone know you're invested, but it's an energy of not being afraid to put your foot down. And this is what I feel some of you have done. A little Aries, Leo, Sag energy. You've put your foot down and you know what you want. Let this person know what you want. Don't be afraid to tell them what you want. If they don't want what you want, then you go your separate ways peacefully. So interesting. Some of you are very independent too, because I feel some of you have been single a long time. Feminine Geminis, you're very independent. Now it's coming together with someone else, and then they kind of they treat you like, maybe like your father treated your mother or theirs, okay? So, and it could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing. So I'm wishing you guys the best. I feel there's a lot of mega healing here in this reading. Like, I have not seen a reading this powerful for healing in a very long time. So very independent, but it's two people who are single coming together. Just take your time. Don't rush into anything. Definitely teach each other how you want to be treated, but share your innermost selves, your fears, the things you're afraid of. Okay? Don't be afraid. If somebody can't accept you for the way that you are, then they're probably not right for you. But I feel we got two people who are going to connect beautifully. Yeah. And it's almost like you said right up here, the feminine went, thank you, but no, thank you. I'm not interested, because you didn't feel comfortable. You didn't feel safe because this person was being cold or, cutting you out or being cruel, not saying nice things every time they didn't get what they wanted, you see? So sometimes ego, arrogance, whatever you might want to call it. But it's how somebody is being raised, I feel. And they're looking at it. They've gone through an awakening. Yeah, there it is. See, happy home, happy life, building the foundation on friendship. So there's something to do with a home here. It's an energy of two people who feel like home. But like I say, the feminine also has to feel safe and secure. You need to know your person's looking out for your best interest. So, well, some of you have everything you need, you see, but love. So don't choose somebody, okay? If you feel there's something off, there probably is. Take care. See you soon.